What's going on, everybody? This is Dave from Post Rock Promo, and we're here with Dender Hale from Malmo, Sweden. How's it going, guys?
Doing great.
Doing great.
All good. All good.
Let's jump right into it. So, when and how did you guys form?
Well, it started off as being I got to know Axel and Max, who is right now in the hospital. I guess we get into that later, but they had a band called Neonrus, and but they lived far away from me, so I started recording a lot at home, and got signed to a really small label in Malmo called Nytt Arkiv. So I asked Axel and Max if they wanted to do a record. So we made a record under the name in Sonos and started doing live shows. And but I don't think like that kind of music that we did back then, which was kind of a psychedelic folk, didn't suit everyone in the band that much. So we did it. You know, we played for like 2 years or something like that. And when Axel's younger brother left the band, we asked if Einar would come with us and play bass. And so we started playing, I guess, heavier music. And so we became Dender Hale because we took a new direction.
Yeah, and also May played a lot of shows with us under the name.
I've been playing like off and on when they were in Sonnet.
Right.
But now I recently moved, like 2 days ago. I moved to Malmo, so now I guess I'm a full-time member.
Yeah,
And it's an all-local band now as well. So.
Yeah, fully local band now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
It's not been it's been a process.
I think that in terms of being Dender Hale, we've been playing under the name Dender Hale for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
I think the first show was about a year and a half ago, just when Corona started actually. So good luck for us.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, you guys just released Harsara. How's the response been?
Well, it's not officially released album, but we released the singles, and I guess some people have heard the album, and the response has been good. Within those, like we got some recognition from this YouTube site that posted our album, and the response was small but good.
It was like they did a little preview, so like obviously the PR action behind it wasn't too great. Like it wasn't a big push to release it, but it was like sort of like this little sort of preview thing, and you know, like what we've heard thus far from people responding to it has been it's been happy about it.
Yeah. And that's also nice because Malmo is kind of a small town and small music scene overall. So when you play the kind of music that we do, it's mostly our friends coming to the show, and so it's nice to like find recognition wherever you can find it around the world.
Outside of the friendship circle.
Yeah, exactly, and that's I mean that's ultimately our goal, I guess, also to like get out of Malmo and play shows elsewhere and get a name for ourselves. So I think there's some we can keep our hopes up for that.
Yeah, just the fact that we get signed by a label in Greece and not in Sweden, I think that is. I mean, we're thrilled about that. Like, you know, it's that we got some response from outside of the, like you said, the motherland.
Yeah, I think Malmo as a town had a great like psychedelic rock scenes in like 2015, but it's slowly deteriorated, and now it's a lot smaller, and so we kind of missed the whole like psych rock scene in Malmo when it was at its peak.
Do you guys have a favorite local band, a favorite venue?
Venue.
we have like we have Plan B, which is a club that started as an underground club, which was like they didn't have an alcohol license. It was kind of, you know, you had to be a member to get there, and then they like it was semi-legal, and but they brought like bands from they Kika Gakumoyo from Japan and Felaxoid from Chile, and like it that was where the peak was, but then they became legal, and they are still pushing that kind of music scene in Malmo.
I really like that band.
Yeah, it's great.
It's sort of our, I guess you could call like the musical headquarters
Yeah.
for us in terms of playing live.
We've
Because
had a few shows.
Yeah.
I think we played there like 4 times last year.
Yeah.
Well, maybe 3.
Three times.
Three times, yeah. So I mean, it's great, but it's also like we want to play elsewhere as well. So
yeah,
but it's a really nice venue to like. They have really established a music scene in Malmo for like bands specifically. And last summer, when there was semi-lockdown and we could play for 50 people at a time, there were a lot of bands from the area in Malmo that played like every week, like 3 times a week. There was a local band that played, and not everyone was great, of course, but it was nice to like feel that kind of community around it all. And,
they really did everything they could to sort of keep the musical scene alive in Malmo.
Yeah.
And
they have struggled a lot to like even like keep they without them there wouldn't be there it would hardly be a scene in Malmo without them. I think. Yeah.
Very cool. So who do you guys record with the new album with, and how was the process?
Well, I've been living in another city, so I've been like coming here off and on and having some takes on it. But I guess like I was with you guys when we recorded like the skeleton of the songs, like the drums and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been like different places, I guess. We recorded a bit of it in Stockholm, like.
We did some parts.
Like percussion and stuff. So it's been like I don't know.
Yeah, I think we recorded the drums in our rehearsal space.
Right.
And just borrowed a bunch of microphones, and then we
Right, but we got the studio.
Yeah, and then we started renting a studio that had like a what do you call it, like separate rooms for recording and mixing, so you wouldn't get annoyed when someone's doing like the 50th guitar take. But it didn't hurt your ears, but so we did like the drums, and then we did everything else, like took new stems of the guitars and synthesizers and most of the vocals in that studio.
But also I think that one of the things that I think stood out is that obviously me and Big Boy here is like we're the rhythm section, so I think we also we're not that much into sort of like the specificities of recording in the same sense. So I mean I think also the process has been different depending on who you ask in the band. I mean for us it was we go in, we do our stuff, and we have a lot of fucking fun whilst doing it. And then there's been a lot of drinking beers around that, which has been great. But I think that obviously for punters, and especially also Max, who unfortunately can't be here today, there's been a lot of like blood, sweat and tears involved. And for you as well, because you've been doing that, you've been doing that from afar as well, like trying to monitor the entire process. So but I think for us, at least for me, it's been going in just like having fun, and then just like dancing around, drinking beers, cheering on the sidelines. But so I think it's been I think it speaks to how we are different personalities in the band as well. And that's been also sort of like a strength in the recording.
I think I'm really happy with the result, and I'm very proud of the whole album, because but it's also at the same time it's been like we've been not rehearsing as much during we recorded the album because we just really wanted to get it done. So for my own part, and probably Einar as well, I hope that the next album, which we soon will start working on, will be a little bit of both. That we can be a bit more transparent in regards to like do rehearsals and also record at the same time, or maybe just get into a studio and get it done, you know, and so it doesn't have to be this like 6 months progress of only hanging out in the studio and like perfecting it all. But I mean, we're still a very young band, and so I think we will get it sorted out for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And we got you now as well, mate.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit more localized.
Yeah, but I think the last year has been kind of hectic in some regards as well, because we've like noticed that we got the great thing going, and we want to like get shit done. But at the same
we've been
time,
juggling like quite a bit about like creating new music and like getting everything together, but also keeping it kind of light and jamming. And I think that's like I think it's a good focus now to just like take it a bit easier. Not push ourselves too hard, but like keep creating.
Yeah, you have to remind yourselves that it's fun, basically, and not like just banging your heads against the wall.
That can be fun.
So who are your biggest influences?
That's a hard question.
I think we're all pretty big Swans fans.
Yeah.
Would be like the
Don't say it.
Yeah.
But I mean, we all separately have our own like bands or musicians we look up to, but that's like our common ground.
Yeah.
One
Definitely.
of them.
But I think like Swans is such a good band in regards to how do you make a song, how do you work with suspense and release, and you know you don't have to play more than one chord to make a song interesting, like timbre and you know, like where instruments come in and don't come in, like that whole thing with Swans, I think, is like a huge inspiration. And because like, how do you approach a song? How like to make it interesting? It's never about melody, really. I think
I'm going to be a bit of a dick here now. Actually, I mean, definitely. I'm always fucking dick, but I mean, we got these influences and all that. But to be perfectly honest, I think that what we do is often we go in and we've gone from such varied backgrounds musically. We've got country, we've got black metal, we've got psych rock, neo folk, whatever. But oftentimes we've got all these artists that we listen to, but mostly we just like go in and just fucking go for it and see what happens.
Yeah,
and obviously we've got Swans, we've got loads of post-punk, we've got loads of
Blue Angel Lounge is also really great.
A little bit of Protomartyr and stuff like that. But in terms of actually when we write music, I think we often just like, just go in, have a few cold ones and see what happens. and yeah, I don't think that we actually use that. Like obviously we're drawing the influences, but it's not something we don't say like, oh yeah, I want to do something like that, but it just happens when we play.
Yeah.
We're a bit like sort of like radically democratic like that. We all got our influences and just
that's true.
But that's also so cool when you have a really like idea in your head that you want a song to sound like. You take inspiration from a song or whatever, and you or maybe just do something on your own, but then and you have a certain idea when you get to the rehearsal space, but then when everyone adds their own instrument and their own influences, it sort of like evolves to something greater that's everyone's, not just your own vision.
It's bigger than some of the parts. It's like
so I mean I don't know, I still, that's what we do right now, and I still think that we're constantly like evolving or in our approach to how we write music as well. So I mean, in a year, maybe we do something different to write songs, but maybe not. But, well, we'll see. I mean, this has been a really hectic year, and we're still a very young band, so I don't know, and that's exciting as well.
That's awesome. So now I'm gonna ask you guys some non-music questions. It's a good way for me to get to know you. It is with the other bands I interviewed. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Go ahead.
All right, first one. If you go back in time and talk to one world leader, who would it be?
I think Einar should take this because you're
Starting hard.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
This is for Einar.
But, I mean, is this to represent the entire band, or we all go take
You can
turns?
represent
It could be
us.
either.
Was that?
It could be either.
Okay, so I will say who I'd speak to, and that'd be Lenin. But I mean, I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, no, probably Lenin. Yeah, like have a coat one and talk a bit about philosophy and that. But I don't know. I'm not gonna make that a representation of the entire band. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Who would you do?
You put me on the spot, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know my granddad. No,
A world leader.
well, yeah, in his own world, in his own right. No, but I don't know, dude.
So it's you, me, and Lenin, as it is right now.
I mean, I could probably get the cold one with Einar and Lennon, sure. That would be great. But for my own sake, I don't know. I don't know.
we can yeah. Lenin. We
What?
say young Lenin.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Would you guys rather hang with pirates or ninjas for a weekend?
Sorry?
Pirates or
Would you guys rather hang with pirates or ninjas for a weekend?
Oh,
pirates.
I'm saying
No,
pirates,
ninjas.
for
I would
sure.
go with ninjas. Like,
Oh.
I don't wanna,
Oh,
We got a schism. All right.
we're divided.
I
Very
just
good.
like, I think I wouldn't mind hanging out with pirates though.
Yeah, but Ninja seems so like focused and
Okay, yeah, that's a personality.
yeah. I think there's some stuff to learn from ninjas. But least.
I
less to
aspire
learn
more to
from.
be like a ninja rather than a pirate.
But apparently there was supposed to be like on a pirate ship there was supposed to be like radical democracy that everybody got to actually vote on the captain.
But it's just that you've been quoting Pirates of the Caribbean for like half a year now. You and Axel and Max.
That's true. That is true as well. Yeah. So fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
It's a meme right now.
So okay, there is a divide in the band right now. But
I don't know what do ninjas do exactly, except like
assassinate people.
They could.
yeah, but are they just not? They have a samurai sword, or what are they doing that are so cool that they are focused?
They
I
are
feel like
they are
that
masters
they-
of self.
But they both are like they are myths. They don't like to say like for most people, ninjas and pirates are myths. They are not actually what they were or are.
Yeah.
yeah,
But I feel like
For-
ninjas are like in complete control of their bodies.
Yeah.
Pirates feel like they can be like drunk and do what the hell they want. But
well,
like ninjas, I feel like they're aligned with themselves. It's like really grounded.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's-
okay, well,
Okay.
I might be jumping ship now.
Bad joke if I know.
That's on me.
Okay. Next one.
If you guys could be any animal, what animal?
A bat.
A swan, maybe.
I would like to fly, but I don't think I'd like to be a bird.
Oh,
I
that's a
think
good
bat
answer.
would be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And they're amazing, like really beautiful. Some of them are pretty cool, but I like bats.
A fruit bat.
Yeah, I like fruit too, so I think that could be good. Good thing. What about you?
An otter because I just like otters.
Yeah, I'd probably say an otter too, actually, because just chilling around in water on your back,
Having
Not
a rock
doing-
life, the same
yeah,
way.
like-
Yeah.
like chewing on things.
When they sleep, they hold hands. Or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah,
What's cute.
yeah.
That's fun.
That's good.
I was thinking maybe like these flying squirrels, that can like,
Basically.
yeah, well,
I cute that.
This is-
Cute that.
yeah, that would be great. Like both being able to climb, but also fly.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair
Good
enough.
answer. Good answer.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm a big Lord of the Rings guy. It's my favorite movie of all time. I'm a nerd, not gonna lie. If you could be any Lord of the Rings character, which one?
That's a hard one.
Legolas, because I could do him better than Orlando Bloom.
Well, actually, I think the original character in the book is actually he's got dark hair, so
Yeah,
I think that would actually be.
yeah. Like Legolas
True.
was the coolest character when I grew up. But then when I grew up to like understand that acting is something that you do to like sell that you sell an ID, then I understand that Legolas suck because he's he's not doing a very good job, I think.
Those are fighting words, my man. Those
Yeah,
are
that
fighting
I'm
words.
shooting.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely Legolas. Ultimate version.
I kind of been in love with Arwen, but I think I would rather be with her than be her.
Aragorn then.
He can go. No.
There you go.
I don't know. I think there are some really great characters. I don't know. I kind of like Boromir.
Boromir is king.
Because in the end he really meant well. But it's so easy to like be.
Humans are weak.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
But I don't know. I guess the weakness in the character itself attracts me to like. I mean, we all make mistakes, right? So yeah, Boromir, I guess.
I like to be the fat one who puffs on his pipe as Sam walks by, like going off. Because he just
Great.
stays. I can't remember the name. The name of the character in the books, but in the films, like he's the one with the big feet who's just like sat smoking his pipe because he smokes the most in the band. So
Yeah.
He's the unsung hero.
yeah, right, exactly, yeah. So it's like lean back, smoke your pipe whilst the other ones go out, because that's also my role in the band. I lean back, I play an open E string every now and again, and let the other ones save my fucking skin. So
I don't think that's true, but
that's how I see it. So yeah, I think that's some character.
That's a good one.
but since you are a huge Lord of the Rings fans, who would you be?
Yeah, good one.
Legolas or Aragorn.
Oh yeah.
Ellis.
If I had to choose between the two, I'd go with Legolas.
Mm-hmm.
Just so awesome.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, last question, guys. What are some places in Malmo that visitors should check out?
I mean, we did mention
Plan
Yeah,
B.
we covered Plan B.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That is
Um,
the most important part of Malmo.
But also there's some really nice places, some nice parks, and also there's a long beach as well that you can visit and just chill out. But also, I mean, the urban areas are nice to like just take a cold one.
Yeah.
And definitely, like, the obviously, so you've got Plan B, which is the most important part, but the second most important place in Malmo is obviously Ölcaféet,
Yeah.
which is for the non-Swedish speakers listening, translated to the beer cafe, which is it's a bar at one of the central squares in Malmo, and it is the best bar. They got the best outdoor heaters, so you can be sat outdoors all winter drinking beer outdoors.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely fucking beautiful.
And it's located at Möllevångstorget, which is Möllevångstorget is like this
central
square where there's a lot of different cultures. You have a lot of places where you can buy. Malmö is really known for its falafel, and so you can get great falafel, and they have a lot of bars and a lot of, I don't know, like stores to buy food from different cultures, and
And also, we're hanging out at that place all the fucking time. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a bonus.
Yeah.
Might see us,
Yeah.
catch a glimpse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got any places your favourite thus far in
Yeah.
Malmo? Seeing as you just moved
I-
in.
That is plan B. Like, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with this city. So I guess these guys could speak for that. But yeah.
And also, obviously, seeing as Max is in the hospital is a place that we go to a lot nowadays. That we all love.
Yeah.
You guys will have to take me to those places when I get over there.
Yeah, definitely.
course.
Yeah, do.
Yeah.
Please do come over.
Sweden's on my bucket list. I've never been there. I've never been to Malmo. I'm really Swedish on my mom's side, so I
Oh,
feel like I have to see Sweden. I have to learn Swedish.
But you could also come over, and then you also got like it's close to Copenhagen as well. So you could do Copenhagen as well.
I want to see Denmark and Norway.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's actually quite nice. There's a great music scene in Scandinavia. Obviously, you probably know that better than we do, seeing as you.
Definitely seems like it.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you guys coming on, chatting up a little bit. Appreciate you guys supporting me in post rock promo.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
thank you for having
taking
us.
it.
We'll talk soon. Have a great night.
Have a
Yeah,
great
you
night.
too.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.